Hi, Steffi here from The Makers, and today I'm going to show you how to make a very sturdy legs, like for example on this needle felted cow, without wire and just using our structural core felt. And that is, this one is in support of our Makers box for February, which is the Friesian Cow, and it's a really easy way to make woolen legs with no wire, but still get that real strong stability. So just go onto the overview scene, because what you need is our structural core. In our Makers box in February you will get this in there. There's more than what you need. So the measurements for the 4 legs for this cow here is 6 by 7 centimeters. So I'm just going to trim this piece. It's 10 by 15 that. So I'm just going to trim that to 6 by 7 centimeters. So I know already that this is spare. This is my 6 centimeters, and I'll just shorten it to 7. So you can actually make more from this piece. So this is the piece that you need, and now I'm going to cut that into 4 parts of about 1.5 centimeters. I'm not going to measure it exactly. I'm just going to sort of go by eye. And then I've got my 4 strips here, and each of them will make a leg. All of this is spare if you get the 10 by 15 centimeter structural core felt sheet. And then you need your core wool. Again, you get this in the Makers box if you're using if you're making the Friesian Cow, but in any case, use any core wool, and you need about 3 grams per leg. That also includes the attaching to the body, and so that will be quite a good one for you to remember. So 3 grams per leg. So now you're going to wrap the wool around the each of these legs, and you do this in such a way that you pull it extra tight. So you need to pull it really tight with every wrap, and tease the wool out a bit. Keep the wraps thin. It's better to do a few on them. Sometimes it works better if you twist the leg around and let the wool grip into itself like this. And when you've done a layer, then you're going to use your coarse felting needle, and you're going to felt this down. Now, even though the structural core inside wasn't round, it doesn't matter, because once you wrap the wool really tight around it, it will give it that rounded shape that you will need for the legs. So felt this down nicely. If you have a nice tight wrap, you will need to use less felting. You can then decide if the leg is sturdy enough by seeing how easy it bends or how firm it is, and you can add more layers over the top if need be. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to add another layer to make it a little bit fatter, just to show you in comparison. Our little cow, the legs are a little bit thicker, so I'm going to add a little bit more wool onto there. So that's my second layer that's going around there now. I'm not worrying about either end at the moment, so just ignore the ends. Just wrap the wool around the whole of the shape. Again, do it so that you get a nice tight wrap. Go really close to the actual wrap that you're doing to get a nice grip here, and then felt it down again. So you will have now made the leg even sturdier, but you, at the same time, you have also broadened the leg. I'm felting this down a little bit more. And the next step you're going to do is you need to address the ends, both ends of these legs, because one end needs to be attached to the cow and the other end needs to be nice and flat, so that the cow can stand flat on its feet without toppling over. And to get the one end done, you're going to add more wool to that one end, a longer end than the actual shape of the leg. So start wrapping just below, and then keep it nice and loose and go longer than the actual leg is. So you've got part of the wool is on your felt leg. So you felt that down where it still attaches to the leg. So you're connecting the two together, but you're leaving the rest unfelted. And the reason why you're leaving that unfelted is because you're using the wispy ends that are currently unfelted to attach to the cow. So that's your attachment, if you like, that you're preparing now. So you can feel inside how far the felt piece goes up, and then broaden these out a little bit. And now you've got a nice attachment. So when you're ready to attach this to the cow, you will felt it down on the side like this and stuff the wool in, and then later cover all of this up with more wool to cover the join. But before you do this, you make 3 more of the legs, and once you've done 3 more of the legs, you use your scissors and you cut the end off by about 1 centimeter. So that will give you a really nice flat piece at the base, really nice flat shape, so that the leg can almost stand on its own by just perching it up here. And once you've done one leg, then obviously you need to make the others as well, all the same shape and size if possible, and then you can attach them all to the cow, so that your cow will have 4 lovely even legs, nice and sturdy, for her to stand on those legs without crumpling and falling apart. So that is basically how you make these legs for your cow. And remember, these are this is the tutorial for our Makers box. So if you're watching this because of the Makers box, then I can't wait to see your made cow. But if you're watching this any other time in the future, do share with us what you're doing, and yeah, we always look forward to seeing what you're making from our free tutorials. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you you make good use of this, and I see you soon. Bye.